Alright, thank y'all so much for tuning into the video. Today we'll be reviewing a 2-burner camp stove by Ozark Trails from Walmart. It's less than $30, I believe. And while we're doing that, we're also going to answer a long question left by Miss Penny on our last Q&A. If you ever want a question answered, just leave it in the comments below and we'll be sure to get to it. Again, thank y'all for tuning into the video. We'll get right into that unboxing. But before we start opening it, we're going to get into this one long question, but it's kind of broke up into many questions. She asks, what is the biggest incident you've had while in transit and how did you overcome it? And on that same note, is there anything you've learned from driving that you could recommend to others while traveling with an RV? My worst incident, I would say, was probably having a brake pad fall off of the truck while I was driving. The RV was not connected, so yeah, don't be too worried. I did have a brake pad get so slim that it just fell off the truck while we were driving, and that was really bad. So you lose braking, but we were in an empty parking lot. Luckily, I was turning around and there was no RV attached. Advice that I would give to prevent that from happening in the future, I would definitely say do a pre-trip every time. Every time before you leave, just do a walk around of your vehicle, check all your fluids. And even if you do like a short little drive test in the parking lot, or if it's just you and you're alone, I recommend just driving really slow, sticking your head out the window and giving it a listen, because your vehicle will tell you a lot more than you think. Here's our nozzle. It is A200-1. We also have our grate. Doesn't seem like the strongest steel, but seems like it would do what it needs to. I'm pretty sure that's it for the loose parts. Yeah, this is it out of the box. Not too bad. These on the top, I'm pretty sure are the legs. Yeah, flip those guys down like so. They have a little notch that they're on right here, so that you don't just flip up and down. I like that. Just like that, it should stand. That's Ozark Trail 2-burner camp stove. Just going back on that last question, another tip I would also give new RVers is to overestimate how long it'll take you to get to a location. If you look on maps and it says it will take you 4 hours, plan for it to take you 7. With wind resistance and trying to be mindful of gas mileage, I recommend 10 under almost always, just for safety reasons. I'm not the speed enforcer or anything. No matter how fast you go, you can't get there if you're dead. Even if it takes us 8 hours to get 2 hours away, at least I made it. And so that's always the big goal, is just to get from point A to point B. So open this up right here. When you put the wall up, there's these little pins right there. And you have to clip the pins and slide them into a hole. Got one side, got the pins in there. And this in there. So it's a pretty tight little snap fit, but it's pretty sturdy once you get them in there. And after that, the grate would just go on top. Grate goes on top, with holes in the front for it to catch in. And on this side is where the propane receiver would be. So this end, propane bottle, A200 on top of the bottle, and this side will go into the grill. And I was just waiting for the propane. We're just gonna move the angle. It's a bottle of propane, probably $5 you can get from Walmart. camera. Make sure all the knobs are turned off before you connect the propane. So we lost our grate. This is what it should look like. The propane bottle attached right here. And the full setup. It doesn't have a pilot light, so you probably need your own flame to get it started. So we have a pot of rice right here. And we're just gonna see how long it takes to get boiling. I would say that's about halfway turned up. While the rice right here is boiling, hopefully the propane isn't too loud. And while we have the rice boiling, we're gonna finish the rest of those questions and then let you know how it does and how long it takes towards the end. Has it been difficult to get licensing in any state that you've been to? And is there a particular place that you enjoy fishing more so than others? Me, I haven't got a fishing license where I've been, but do not follow my footsteps. That's a terrible idea. Please go get your fishing license. For me personally, I haven't gotten mine, and that's just me. I don't do big lakes or anything. I just really prefer small ponds, small like neck of the woods, little bodies of water, especially from the bank. My favorite place, I would probably have to say Galveston, where I just made a video on. Check that out if you haven't. Or Metropolis, Illinois, but I'll probably have to say Galveston, Texas, just because so many varieties of species such as trout, black drum, redfish. She also asks which area that you have DoorDash in tips the best, and do you have any crazy DoorDash stories? For tipping the best, I would say it really just depends on when you DoorDash and where. Usually just if you're getting to the really high-end neighborhoods, those people tend to just tip better naturally. But when we were staying in Georgia at Jellystone, we were also DoorDashing at the time, and we had a delivery for 8 patio lawn chairs to a hotel. And when we got to the hotel, none of the employees had any clue about the chairs. And so we asked around, we called the number a bunch of times, no answer. And so we were literally left with 8 patio chairs to just do with whatever. And so we ended up selling 6 of them and keeping 2 for ourselves. It worked out for us in the end. We managed to sell the chairs and make a profit. And on top of that, we made a certain amount of money from the DoorDash because we did our part of it. Because the customer wasn't there, we still get paid a small portion. Hydration break. The rice is now boiling. It's been less than 5 minutes, and I think it's turned about halfway up, so it's really fast. So we have a nice rolling boil going. We'll be able to see what comes off the heat source, but it's gotten to a nice boil. Give the rice about 5 more minutes and it'll be done. We have chicken outside in the air fryer. So we're making our lunch, trying out the 2-burner camp stove, so wish me luck. The last part of the question, Ms. Penny asks, finally, have you found any difficulty dealing with the typical camper demographic due to your age or race? And what would you say to a young couple looking to take on a similar adventure? The demographic question, we have faced a little bit of, blatantly said, a little bit of racism at some of the parks we have been to. Some parks are even just 55 years old or older, allowed only. Our demographic couldn't even get into the park if we wanted to. And I just feel like it shortchanges a lot of opportunities, but I also try to understand where the business people are coming from, because you don't want a bunch of young whippersnappers, I guess, running around the campground. And so I kind of understand. I feel like it's just something that's not spoke on very much. And if we were educated more, enlightened on a lot of the opportunities, I feel like we would take them and it would be more of a diverse community. I've met personally family from being on the road and meeting others like myself as African Americans and just younger people who are trying out the lifestyle. Really bridges a gap there where you feel like you have to run 50 years and then retire and hopefully get to enjoy those last few years just camping around, versus why not go and enjoy those years while you're young and you can really take hold of it, take hold of life by the horns and really just enjoy it while traveling. And once you get older later on, then settle down to the sticks and bricks. That's what we're working towards now, getting land and hopefully getting all of our adventuring and road running out of the way first. Advice we give to somebody embarking on a similar adventure, I would say be prepared, be due diligent about everything you want to do. If you have a goal set, go after it. Don't let anything stop you. There's gonna be hiccups no matter what. So I feel like you just keep going and keep grinding, you'll always make it. One last thing is go with the flow. Even though I say plan and be due diligent, don't let plans be set in stone. Things come up. weave them into your plans and just go with the flow. Don't let it be a wall that stops you. Just let it be an obstacle that you jump over. It slows you down just a little, but you jump over and you keep going on your course. As long as you keep those type of things in mind, the RV life is perfect for you. As long as you don't mind getting your hand dirty, just persevering over little obstacles, I feel like you'll always be okay. But that's all for the questions. The rice has been boiling. In my opinion, it's doing very well. Get one more outside and see how the rice turned out from the stove. So the rice is boiling very well. If you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, hit the like, share with your friends. There'll be more coming very, very soon. 2 uploads a week and shorts in between there. Comment abracadabra if you made it this far, so I can really see you watched the full video. Other than that, thanks so much for watching. Catch y'all next time.